Hey y'all, I'm going to make a very spontaneous video right now. My roommate is gone. I have the house to myself. Hopefully he doesn't come back while I'm recording this, but okay, so it's September. I need to get all of my thoughts together because I always do these videos so spontaneously and I have like an idea about what I'm gonna talk about, but okay, it's just a very short topic and I've spoken about it before, but it's about locks and hair salons. So I relocated. I'm in Florida now. I used to live I lived in Philly for a while. That's where I was going to college. And then I moved back home to Los Angeles for about 2 years. And then when the pandemic happened and everything, I wanted to get the hell out of there. So now I'm in Florida. And obviously, so I got my locks started in Philly. I've had my locks, I want to say about 3 years. It feels like with the pandemic, like 2020 was just gone. So sometimes it feels like I've had my lock for 2 years, but I'm like, no, it's been longer. I've had it since I've been in college, and I've been out of college for 2 years now. So I've definitely had it more than 2 years. And also with the lengthwise too, I cut my locks a lot. So it's a good 3 years at this point. Pretty much everything is fully locked. But I cut some bangs at one point, which I'm not even sure why the heck I cut them. I mean, I do know why. They were kind of cute, and I've been in certain situations where I just think that I'm just gonna cut my locks off and kind of go back to twists. But that was kind of like earlier in the game when I was still kind of getting adjusted to it. They weren't fully locked. And I still like was kind of uncertain about my hair. And now, I mean, people have their locks for years and then eventually end up cutting them off. I don't know how long I'm gonna have them, obviously, but I'm probably aiming to have them for a while now. But I cut the bangs a little bit if it does look shorter than whatever 3 years would look like. And it also depends what length you start on your hair. Sometimes you start with nothing. I didn't have a lot of hair when I started. And then sometimes you start when you already have a lot of natural hair, so it already looks longer. But I do cut the ends a lot. I'm going off tangent right now, but I kind of want to get a henna treatment or like something so that they get darker because they're kind of light. And I think it's because of the sun, but then I also think it's because of just like residue that's kind of on my locks too. But I do cut the ends a lot because now I'm living close to the ocean and everything. I like to swim, and even we have a pool over here, and sometimes my hair gets like heavy and weighed down. Ideally, it would be nice to have really long locks, but I kind of am comfortable with this length, like maintaining it. And it's at a length where I can put it up. I can still put it in buns, get it away from my face, and do like cute styles and everything, but it doesn't feel like it's like so much maintenance, because the whole point I got locks was because I wouldn't have like crazy maintenance. But I mean, locks are a lot, and it's a good thing. I really like taking care of my hair. I enjoy having locks. I love like seeing all the different transitions and everything, but it's a lot. If anyone ever gets locks thinking like it's one and done, that is completely not it. Locks are not one and done unless, I have seen some videos with like someone living with a spouse that takes care of them. Like that would be a dream. If my spouse or like if my partner knew how to twist my locks and take care of them, that would literally be everything. But even in that case, they still know a lot about their hair. So it's like I don't have that. And I don't retwist my locks on my own. At one point in my journey, I did try to, but I felt like I get super impatient, and I felt like I wasn't like giving my locks enough care that they needed, because sometimes I would be like in the bathroom twisting them for like an hour and I'd just be over it, like just trying to twist everything up really quickly. So I feel like if I do go to a professional that I like, they can just like see the back and everything, see the parts. They're more careful. They have like their whole setup and everything. And I don't, so this is what I'm trying to get into now. It's like in Philly, obviously that's where I got my locks started. Why did I put that behind my ear? I don't like it behind my ear. So I found a pretty decent salon, but they were kind of expensive. So some lock salons or locticians out here charge a lot. Okay, so then at some point I got them done at a certain place, and I did pay a lot to get them done. Well, I paid a decent amount, and I was okay with that because I'm like, well, they're gonna be on me for a long time, so I want the initial, like, the install of the locks to be as like as stellar as possible. Like, in that sense, I think of it as a tattoo. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna have my locks, but I mean, ideally I would just like to have them forever. Like, I literally never want to go back to natural hair or wigs or weaves or whatever the heck I was doing before this. I would definitely prefer not to have to do that at all. Like, I really enjoy my locks right now, and I like the journey of them, kind of seeing them unfold and like learning different things that you can do with them as they get longer and as they go through their different transitions. So I mean, I guess I'll never say never, but because I am like an impulsive person sometimes, so I don't know, sometimes. So I mean, I could definitely see myself, like, I did enjoy my natural hair, I just used to twist it up a lot. And that's when I eventually was like, well, let me get locks, because I always have my hair kind of in twists anyway, so this is just like permanent twists. And I had been looking into locks for a long time. There was even a point where I was thinking about freeforming, but it wasn't like really the aesthetic that I was looking for. And then I just thought, like, if I can get them professionally done and like have them look good and they're gonna stay with me for a while, and like then I'll obviously just do that. So that's what I did. But that being said, I kind of bounced around some salons in Philly until normally I end up just going back to the place that's like the most expensive, but that'll do like the best job on my hair. Because I bounced from like going to the more expensive place where they installed my locks. I bounced from there to like some other salon. I went to like one or two other places, then bounced from like doing it from my own, and then it was just like full circle. Then I ended up pretty much back at the place that started my locks in the first place. So, and then it's like when I went to Los Angeles that I had to find someone too. And this woman, she did my locks okay. The twist, the way that she retwisted them was okay. But really, like, I wanted to go to her like maybe once a year at most, because she kind of charged a lot too, being in Los Angeles. And I didn't really like, because sometimes I like cute styles on my locks. I didn't really like the way that she styled it. Like, the initial way that she twisted my hair was okay, and the way she washed it and everything. But I also felt like she didn't have locks herself. So sometimes I feel like now I go to people that have locks. That's who I trust the most, because I know that they know that they're doing the same thing to their own hair. They know how to maintain it. Not everyone knows how to maintain locks. Even if you're a good braider, even if you kind of have like a good eye for parting or you just have good background with hair in general, locks are a really interesting thing. You need to know about buildup. You need to know about putting all this damn product in your hair, and it's gonna stay there for a long time. So I feel like I tend to like to go to people that have locks because they kind of know the story behind your hair, and they don't just see your hair as like another style, because it's not another style. It's one of the only styles out there that it's very sensitive, because anything that you put in your hair, it's gonna stay there for a long ass time. No matter if you wash it out. You could wash your hair every day, which you're not going to anyway. It's like whatever residue, things will stick to your locks, and it's just there forever. You can get deep cleanings and everything, but this is all little knots, all hair that has been there for a long time. And what is inside of these locks, if you cut up one of your locks, kind of start to unravel it and look at it, you'll see there's some residue from wherever in there, and it's just normal, but it is what it is. So you have to be very careful with that. You don't want just random ass stuff in your hair. It's going to be here for a long time. So finally, that being said, I found this salon in Florida that I do like. I think one thing is, like, I feel like most of the time when I go to a lock salon, I always like, oh, like, you should get your hair retwisted more often. Like, and I'm just like, look, lady, I don't have like $100 to be spending every like month. And it's like, and I don't have the need for that. Like, I like to swim. I don't want to be worrying about, oh, am I gonna fuck up my retwist because I want to go into the ocean and go swim, go jet ski, go parasailing, go have some fun in the ocean. It's like, and I remember the last time I came to her, this woman, she's still fine. Like, I feel like every goddamn hairstylist will talk their shit no matter what. Half the time I'm like, I didn't go to a goddamn salon to have you like talk shit about my hair, talk shit about the fact that I don't visit you often enough, that I don't get my hair retwisted often enough. Like, you can go fuck off. But I feel like that's something that I encounter a lot. Like, oh, when I used to go to that, like, oh, you haven't been here in a year. Like, woman, I don't want to pay you like every goddamn month for what? Like, I can take care of my own hair most of the time. Like, I don't need someone just shoving all this product in my hair, but I do like the way that you retwist it and that you style it sometimes. And it's like, I'll see you to the extent that I want to see you. And I feel like that's a lot of services. Like, even I get my eyebrows done. What? I get a bikini wax. Like, sometimes when you go in, oh, you haven't been here so long. Like, yes, and what? Like, just do your job. Like, I'm not paying you to ask you for all your advice. I'm literally just paying you for a service. Like, I'm not paying you to sit here and talk shit. Really, I'm not. I'm really not. It's like, I'm a customer. Just treat me as normal. Like, I'm paying you for a service. You know what to do. So go do it, and I don't know, go talk your shit. It's like, you can talk all you want, but it's like, when I'm sitting in your chair, I really don't give a fuck. I could give less of a fuck. Like, you can go talk your shit about me. If you really need to talk about me, you can go talk about me when I leave. But it's like, when I'm sitting in your chair for an hour and I'm paying you for a service, like, I really don't need to hear you. I really don't need to hear you. So it's just like, this is what happened last time. She's like, and I still, like, I don't think she had any bad intentions or anything like that. She's just like talking her shit, whatever. Like, it is what it is. I talk my shit sometimes. I tutor. I'm a yoga instructor as well. Like, I work in finance. I'll talk my shit to my if I don't like the way someone's doing something, whatever. Like, I don't think she has any negative intent, whatever. But it's just like, the last time I came in, she's like, oh, you haven't been there in 2 months. Well, it's like, okay, that's a normal goddamn time. Like, I go swim, I go do my stuff. Like, it's my locks. Like, I don't need to get them retwisted all the goddamn time. But I do like her job. I do like the way that she does her job, because she'll put them in like cute updos and stuff. And I actually had, it was like one of the cutest styles I've ever had. So I was like, yes, I like the job that you do, and that's why I'm gonna go see you. But it's just like, my thing to me is like, it's like, I feel like everyone should have their own kind of thing, like how often they visit salons, because it's like even getting your nails done too, like, or anything that's like involves a service or involves maintenance. Like, sometimes there's an interim period where you can kind of maintain things on your own, and then you'll go back and get the service whenever you like really need a touch up, or whenever you have an event or you want to really look good, special, whatever. So it's just like, I was kind of contemplating getting my locks done again, because the last time I went to her was like maybe like a month ago, and I was thinking about getting another little style, because I had washed my hair since then and everything. She put it in like a cute little updo. I had that in for about 2 weeks, and then I finally just like washed my hair out and everything, and then she was like, if you want to come back, we can like put your hair in double strand twist. She's like, if you want to go swim or whatever, it's fine to put them in double strand twist. So I was thinking about that, and I had booked an appointment, because I was like, okay, I'll have some double strand twist for when my friend comes over. But then I canceled it last minute. She uses this little appointment thing, so I had to pay for the cancellation, which is just like, at this point, whatever. But I was just thinking, like, I feel like sometimes I miss taking care of my hair on my own also, because it's like, sometimes it's nice to really just do that wash on your own. It's nice to not have to worry about like sweating it out. That was also the main thing. Like, I work out a lot. I do a lot of yoga. Sometimes I run. I haven't run a lot lately, but even like hot yoga or cycling or whatever, I sweat a lot in my scalp. So it's like, I don't want to really have to be worried about washing my hair. Like, I kind of just want to wash my hair if I need to. So that's why also a lot of times I don't get it styled, because it's like, once you get that fresh retwist, you don't want to wash it for a couple of weeks or whatever. And I don't really want to be worried about that. Sometimes I kind of just want to wash my hair like when my scalp needs it, or when my hair needs it. So that's a lot of the things too. And I think that she's understanding, because you may think like, oh, just go to a different lock salon, but it's like, I've been to different lock salons literally around the country. I lived in Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Like, it's like, I hear the same thing a lot, and I'm still not at a point where I really want to retwist my hair, because I do think that they do a good job, like I said. So it's like, I'm not just gonna go to another salon. Like, I like this woman's work. I like what she does. But it's like, and I think it's maybe about that communication, because I do tell her like what my lifestyle is like, and I think she's kind of understanding that, which is good. But I think this is just kind of venting for me. And also, it's like, I love taking care of my hair, and I kind of miss out on that if I'm like going to a salon every like 4 weeks and they're just kind of doing their thing. Like, I want to know what's going on with my hair. I want to know what products I like to put in it, and be able to take care of it if I'm out on vacation and I can't go to Lock Lady or blah blah blah, you know. So this is just, I had another little vent about salons and everything, because I kind of, it was like when I got my locks, I thought that I had kind of like exited the salon phase, because it's like, when I was growing up, everyone has that when they go into the salon, when they get their fresh relaxer. I feel like everyone has had their like traumatic experiences with salons, for real. Like, I feel like everyone has that story when you're at like sitting in the salon chair, a woman's talking on the phone, doing this, doing that, and like she makes you wait and blah blah blah. It's just like, so now I kind of thought that I was exiting it, but it's just like, no, I'm exiting that salon phase, the whole relaxer and getting my braids and getting my weaves, whatever, to like another salon phase. But yeah, I mean, I've had, even even when I did have weaves at a certain point, I did find, I had found her through a friend, and she was actually really good. She did really good weaves, and she would just come to the house, and like her prices were real good. And like I feel like I have found people that I really do like for different things, but I think even though this is the third year that I've had my locks, it's still a learning process. I feel like it always will be. Your hair, even when you have locks, they go through so many different transitions. And you see your hair develop. You face different problems. Now my hair is getting a little bit like brownish, so I'm thinking about maybe a henna or dyeing it. Now I've learned to like trim my hair on my own, which I like. I kind of keep it at this length sometimes because I don't want it to get too heavy. But I'm just coming on here to pretty much vent about how I feel about salons. It's not like I'm gonna stop going to this lady, but I think because she kind of made me rethink, because my normal thing was maybe going to salon like a few times a year, a handful of times a year. And she was kind of making me rethink it a little bit. But I'm like, no, I think you have to stay with your gut and what you feel is normal, and trust. I think it's about trusting yourself too. Like, I trust what I can do with my hair. I've taken care of my hair for a long time through braids, relaxers, locks. So I feel like sometimes when you get a service done, they kind of like make you lose trust in yourself. Like, oh no, you can't do this. Like, you can't really take care of your hair. Like, just leave it up to me. And it's like, it's obviously, it can be a money thing, but I think it's also just like, it kind of separates you from your full strength and what you can do. Like, I see a bunch of great lock channels on here and a bunch of great people really maintaining their locks well, taking a lot of care. And I think it's up to me too to develop patience. Maybe there will be a point where I may be able to retwist my locks. I don't think that that's gonna happen anytime soon, because even I'm not sure that's completely about patience. Sometimes it is. Like, I literally can't see what's going on, and I just and I do think sometimes it is a little bit better for a professional to take care of that. And it's like, I have the money. I don't mind paying. Like, I don't mind paying up to a certain extent. Like, if you're just charging some outrageous price, like, just count me out. But it's like, yeah, I'll pay for a good service. Like, I pay to get my nails done. I pay, like I said, to get my eyebrows done. Like, I don't mind paying. I paid for tattoos. I've paid for whatever on my body. So I don't mind if you charge a decent amount for a good service if you do the work. But it's like, I didn't pay you to like sit here and have you talk shit about me. It's like, I really did not. So I think to any lock stylists out there too, like, just keep that in mind. Like, treat your customer with some respect. Like, they're paying good money. They're paying you to just perform a service. Like, it is what it is. So thanks for watching. Just put any comments down below, any experiences that you've had. This is a really impromptu video. I just got done with some yoga. I was just excited that I had the house to myself and that I could just make this video and talk my shit, and without my roommate here and being like, what are you doing? So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all and hope to see you again soon.